What up, guys? Your girl V-Henny, man. Y'all already know the vibes. So we here, V-Henny Talks. We're going to be diving into different topics, different videos. I definitely wanted to do this to, just for motivational purposes, inspirational purposes, to educate, to just let people know, like, how real life be happening. Quick back end story. I've been an entrepreneur for about 2 to 3 years now. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. It's been a roller coaster. And, to be completely honest, is it worth it? For me, yes. I love what I do. I love who I am. I love my life. It's constant work. There's a lot of sacrifices that need to be made. I've always wanted this, so I put in the extra time and the work. Many times I sacrifice my, family time. Financially, I made sacrifices. Emotionally, mentally, and it's all because I want this, and I wanted to make this video because I get this a lot. Like, I get a lot of people hitting me up and they're just like, yo, V, yo, I want this, V. And I'm like, what is it that you want? What is it that what is it that you want? Where you want to go? And it's like, it's dope to dream big, because I tell people, if your dreams don't scare you, you're not dreaming big enough. Definitely be realistic, though, with your goals. Be realistic with how you are going to execute them. You have to have a plan. You cannot tell me, I want this, and you're not willing to put in your all. You got to, to be an entrepreneur, it's a lifestyle. It's not a trend, and I feel like with a lot of people, they look at this and it's like they love the idea of being this entrepreneur. They love the idea of being financially stable. But when it comes to actually putting in the work to get to where you want to be, it's like crickets. What? But, you got to be realistic with your goals. What is it that you want? You're telling me I want this, but what is it that you want? Understand your brand. Have a niche. A lot of people are telling me, I want to do this. How can I monetize? How can I become stable financially or make money, from my platforms? And it's like, okay, what's your platform about? Or what's your music about? Like, who you are. Be authentic to yourself. If you're going to target this particular audience, then be authentic to yourself with targeting these people. Know your why. Know why you're doing it. Be authentic to who you are. People like personable. People respect those who are consistent with it, and you are who you are. Don't do something because you want the money. I'm being completely honest. Money's is amazing, but let's be completely honest. You have to do it because this is what you love. You gotta love this. You gotta want to do this. Eventually, the money is gonna come once you're consistent with this. Once you're building your brand and and building your name, things are gonna fall into place. It's going to take time. I've been doing the artistry since the artistry show. I just made with the artistry show 7 years. In May 15. And I know this because, I got the notification on Facebook with like the Facebook memories. And I was just like, damn, 7 years. And, thinking back, like looking back on all of it, I put in a lot of work. There's a lot of work that is put into all of this. This is my baby. So I understood my niche. I understood who I'm working with, who I'm targeting. You are at this point, you are a brand. So you have to know how to basically sell yourself. So if you're telling me I want this, what is it that you want? How is it that you are willing to work? How much time are you willing to sacrifice? financially, the sacrifices you have to make. I'm a big believer with this saying. I say this a lot. Good is the enemy of great. I don't like being good at something. I want to be great. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I am great at this. Or I gave this my all. You understand? Because for me, good is being comfortable. There's no growth with comfort for me. Other people may be different, but you always got to step out of your comfort zone in order to grow. So I'm constantly thinking, how can I improve? How can I grow within my brand, within myself? I'm an entrepreneur. So for me, I have to be realistic with my goals. I have to work on personal development, branding development, and just figure out ways, how can I become greater than what I was yesterday? And as a brand, you guys really have to be realistic with yourself. You want this? If you truly want this, then make those sacrifices. Really make the sacrifices. Understand the investments that have to be put into this. Losing sleep. There were times that I don't even see my wife. You understand? It's like there's times that I'm gone for a month doing tours. And there's times where financially I have to invest, into whether it's a venue, into an artist, with it equipment, etc. I have to understand these things. I have to make sure I invest in myself mentally and emotionally. Invest in myself mentally is educational wise. I gotta constantly educate myself, know what I'm getting into, understand the audience that I'm catering to. Emotionally, I have to make sure I am mentally prepared for certain goals. Because when you go that route of really, really wanting this, life is going to hit you and it's going to make sure it's not easy. There's many moments where I felt depleted. There are many moments where I felt like, I'm done. I don't want to do this. That's it. Jano. Ija. I'm done. There's many moments where I get DMs and I'm looking at the DMs and I'm like, y'all killing me. Y'all making me want to quit. But you have to see the bigger picture. You have to know your why. You have to understand that if you truly want this, this is deeper than you. So you have to constantly step out of your comfort zone and put yourself in this place of growth. I would never tell people to sell your soul. That's a whole different video, by the way. But, but be true to yourself. Be authentic. We live in an era where people want personable authenticity. Social media is a big and major platform for you to put out your work, but there's more to it. There's, as if you're an artist, there's more. It's the same. I tell people there's more to just posting. There's more to just going to a studio and recording. There's more to this. You have to be realistic with your goals. What is it that you want? What kind of stardom? What kind of fame? Whatever. What is it that you want? What type of success? What is success for you? I know where I want to go, and I know the work that I'm willing to put in. I know the sacrifices I have to make. I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys right now. I've been told to do these videos for a while, close to a year. And everybody I speak to that do motivational speaking or they're just, informative, inspirational videos, they will tell me the same, just do it. They're like, yo, you constantly dropping gems. Do it. And I'm just, I was fearful. To be completely honest, I was very fearful. Fearful of the fact of you guys not wanting to listen. You guys probably might criticize me, whatever it is. And it's just but I can't get too comfortable. I have to step out of my comfort zone. I need, and this is something that I know needs to be done, because again, I'm constantly getting people hitting me up like crazy, asking for information on how to succeed, on how to grow. And I just feel like it's at this point I have to stop being so fearful. I'm not allowing fear to cripple me. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do the videos. And here we are. So for those who are constantly asking me or telling me I want this, or telling me how can I make this happen, it's like, be realistic with yourself. Do you really want this? And if so, what is it that you want? What is it that you're willing to sacrifice? How much time are you willing to put into this dream of yours? Because it's literally a decision you have to make. It's either you want this or you don't. There's no in between. It's either yes or no. Anything I hear as far as like, yo, I gotta pay rent, but I can't because I might lose my apartment, or I can't because I gotta pay this phone bill, or I can't because whatever it is, and I get it, life happens. I really do get it. But it's either you want this or you don't. Point blank, period. Life is there's always going to be bills. So at this point, you have to like literally sit down and be realistic with yourself. If you want this, then start making the plan. Start making it happen. Start stepping out of your comfort zone. Oh, I'm scared to network, or because of X, Y, and Z. And it's like, so then how you expect to meet new people? I don't have the money to pay for marketing or promotion. Figure it out. Honestly, figure it out. Because how you expect for your music to reach people outside of your following? Figure it out then. If you got to get a second job, get a second job. Figure it out. Oh, I don't have the time because I got to make time. You could take at least 1 hour a day. You can make time. Oh, I don't have the money. Budget yourself. If that means that you cannot hang out for a whole month because you're saving money to do this, then do that. If that means that you gotta cut down certain habits, then cut down those habits. You have to make sacrifices. You have to understand that this is a lifestyle. This is not a trend. This doesn't happen for those who are truly working so hard for this. This doesn't happen for us overnight. This is not instant gratification for us. There's times that I don't go to birthday family events because I'm working. I missed my grandparents', I think, 50th anniversary because I was working. I work every year for my birthday. I'll be honest, I constantly work every year for my birthday. It is what it is. At this point, I don't even knock it. I'm not even upset at it. I remember there was a point where I went through, some people know about this, like I went through losing my apartment, homeless, and I was going from house to house, couches, sleeping in my rental car at the time, whatever. If I wasn't doing events, if I wasn't doing my interviews, I had a bike, my bike, and I DoorDash. Because I told myself I need to get an apartment by this time frame, and the reason why I bring this up is because I was able to make the money, and I remember that I was trying to figure out what am I going to do with the artistry. I built this. This is my baby, and I'm just like, I cannot lose it. This is I make my money off of this too, And I was like, damn. So I remember there was a space where I saw, I went to the space, I saw it, I loved it. And I was just like, they told me how much was the price. Monthly, I was like, yo, I could do this. It's a little sacrifice, but I can do it, But they told me, they was like, nah, you cannot pay monthly. You have to pay 6 months in advance. And I was like, wait, what? So I was just like, damn. that's, I was like, that's I was like, I don't think that's within my budget. um but I really wanted the spot, and I know it would take my show, it will elevate it. And I was just like, damn, what am I going to do? I sat down, I went to certain people for advice, and I took everything in, and at this point I was just like, I want this. Like, I breathe this. Like, this is me. I don't have a plan B. This is my everything. This is my alphabet. This is my A, B, C, D, E. Like, I got to make this happen. So that money I had for the rent, I took it and I put it towards the 6 months. That was a sacrifice I felt that I had to make for my brand. The outcome to it absolutely elevated a lot. It also showed me what I'm willing to sacrifice. I was still able to get an apartment the time frame that I was looking. So everything worked out in, how it should have. There's a process to all of this. But if you truly want this, then understand the work you have to put in. Understand the necessary sacrifices you need to make. Because if you're not willing to make these sacrifices, if you're going to allow the excuses to control your life, then at this point, then don't lie to me. Because I don't care for the lies. I mean, you're lying to yourself at this point. So I want to see you guys win. I want to see you guys elevate, and I want you guys to really create this plan and start realizing what is it that you want in life. What is it that you want within your brand? Doesn't matter what it is, whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist, an influencer, whatever. You have to realize at this point, you are a brand. You are a business. So if you're not monetizing within 3 years of your brand, at this point, it's a hobby you're doing. So really start putting in the work and understand who you are as a brand. Start educating yourself and start taking things to the next level. And if you have these high expectations, then I suggest then you have to start putting these high-end work ethics within yourself. You have to implement these work ethics because you have to take things to, you have to work. If you feel entitled to it because you're talented, that's a whole different video I'm going to get into. Because you're going to have a rude awakening if you just feel like my talent is going to take me here. It can. It definitely can. However, you have to put in the work. It's not just the talent in itself that's going to get you where you want to be. It's the work that you have to put behind it. That's the plus. The talent, being talented is a plus. Understand that. So you already know how I am. That tough love. So I want to see again, you guys, do what you guys got to do. Step out of that comfort zone. Figure out what is it that you want. And figure out if this is really what you want. Know your why. Definitely, you already know it's your girl V-Henny. Like, subscribe, comment. You can follow me, V-Henny _. You can follow the Artistry show across all platforms. Check out the website, theartistry.live. All that information will be in the description box below. Let's make it happen. And stay tuned. I'm going to have more videos, more content to speak about. This is just, this is just the introduction. Let's make it happen. Rock out with your cocks out. Jam out with your clam out. You dig?